Thomas brought his last train to the junction. Percy was glad to see him. Are you on your way to the big station, Thomas? Yes, I am. Why? Because I'm going there too. I think something's up. Toby looked at the sky. We're not up there, down here, laughed Thomas.
Every afternoon, Thomas the Tank Engine puffs along his branch line with Annie and Clarabel. First, they pass the watermill. Next, they come to a big farm. Then, they can see a bridge with a village nestled either side of it. This is a special place.
The quarry was filled with more machines. Suddenly, Rusty noticed something. Boulder was catching up to them fast, but they veered into a siding. We must warn the yards, shouted Skarloey. Yes, but how? Called Rusty. Arthur loves working on the island of Sodor. He is new to the railway and is still learning his way around. One morning he discovered the fishing village. The sun made the water sparkle and the seagulls called across the harbour. This was Arthur's favourite place. That evening, the fat controller came to the shed. There's going to be a new line to the fishing village. I have to decide which engine is going to run it. He paused impressively. Thomas and Percy looked away. They had enough work to do. Arthur hoped he would be chosen. Thomas, you will work on the new line. Yes, sir, said Thomas, but he really didn't like the smell of fish.
Whenever children hear Thomas coming along, they stand on the bridge waving until he is out of sight. One day, Thomas was running late. He had stopped at the signal before the bridge to talk to some new children. Percy was waiting too. Hurry up, Thomas, called Percy when the signal dropped. If you're late, the fat controller may get a new engine to replace you. He would never do that, thought Thomas, but he was worried.
The fat controller's engines are proud of how useful they are. It makes them feel important, but none of them feels more important than Gordon. How can something be up when it's down? Oh! Called the fat controller. I have an important letter to read from a little girl who is 5 years old.
Next day, Thomas hurried along the line. Just ahead was a goods yard. There, on the platform, was an inspector waving a red flag. Something must be wrong, thought Thomas. This station is for goods, not passengers. Thomas waited as the children walked down from the bridge. Then he took them to the next station, where Bertie was waiting to take them home. When Thomas finished his journey, he was very late. He was worried that the fat controller might be cross with him. Thomas grew more and more excited. Too excited for his own good. I'm glad I'm a splendid engine, he puffed. The fat controller thinks I'm really useful. I had a race with Bertie once. I whooshed through the tunnel and stopped an inch from the buffers. Then Thomas made his mistake. Just like this, he boasted. Boulder rounded a bend, and there ahead was Rheneas. It's running loose, yelled Rheneas. His driver drove him back as fast as he could. Yikes! Rather a smash than a squash, sighed his driver. At the yards, Percy was collecting trucks. Gordon rattled through the junction. That's strange, he exclaimed. I'm on the branch line. Oh no, the signalman cried. Express trains aren't supposed to go that way. But it was too late. Gordon had already raced into the distance. The old branch line was weak and rusty. "Oh, help!" Gordon cried as he slid off the tracks and into a field. No one was hurt, but poor Gordon felt very undignified. "What will the Fat Controller say?" he groaned. He found out soon enough. "Silent!" called the Fat Controller. But next morning, the Fat Controller was nowhere to be seen. "Thank goodness," sighed Thomas. Thomas knows every part of his branch line, but just ahead was a stretch where the hot sun had bent the rails on the track. "Careful, Thomas," called his driver, but it was too late. Villagers, children, even the Fat Controller was excited. The circus was here.
"A new engine has arrived on the island," he announced. "His name is Neville. You must all make him feel welcome. A happy engine is a useful engine."
So all the engines were battling against the bad weather. Thomas was busy delivering supplies and mail in a far part of the island. He really enjoyed going up to High Farm. Thomas's axles tingled and his wheels trembled. "Whee!" he gasped, and then... Whoa! The Fat Controller's brand new hat blue car slid away from Thomas and down the other side of the hill.
As he went downhill, Thomas started to roll faster. Thomas applied his brakes, but they still weren't working properly. He raced into an emergency siding and he hit the buffers with a big bump.